Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's the Blind Bag Hackers. We are doing a compilation video today. It's gonna be a video that includes all of our hacks, guys, from Rainbow Friends, Garten of Banban, Poppy Playtime. That's just to name a few. There is a whole bunch more. So make sure to watch the video all the way through, like and subscribe, and let us know what you think, guys. Hey YouTube, we're coming to you here with a blind bag hack that we're using here for Garten of Banban. So yeah, this hack's gonna help you guys to not get duplicates over and over again, and can also help you to get the mystery figures. So yeah, it could save you a lot of money, time, and frustration, especially if you got kids that are looking for these, and yeah, you don't want to waste a bunch of money on getting duplicates. So what we're gonna do first is, we just got this little scale. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. This is the scale we're using, and the unit of measurement we're going to use is ounces. Ounces. It's like the most intricate form of measurement that we can find here that we can use. That's going to get us the most accurate weight for these little tiny guys. So, okay, let's go ahead and start on off. Our first character we're going to do is Banban, and we're going to go ahead and get him in the packaging just like he comes from the store. So the weight's going to be exact. And he comes in at 1.09 ounces, guys. So if you're wanting Banban, that's the weight you're going to be looking for. And moving on, the next person we got is Banbalina. Banbalina. Get her wrapped in the exact same packaging. And she comes in at 1.02 ounces, guys. 1.02 ounces. So all you gotta do is, of course, take one of these scales to the store with you. Just put it on a counter or someplace. Pull out some blind bags, weigh a few, find the one you want, and yeah, you can skip the whole process of being frustrated when you open it. All right, moving on to Jumbo Josh. He's gonna be one of our bigger guys. He's gonna weigh a little bit more. He's coming in at 1.80 ounces. 1.80. So if you're looking for Jumbo Josh, that's the one you're gonna be looking for. 1.80. The Opila Bird is next. Opila Bird, kind of one of the smaller characters, coming in at 1.02 ounces. 1.02. All right. Next, we're gonna do Stinger Flynn. Stinger Flynn. It's kind of a cool character. It's one of the more rare commons. And Stinger Flynn comes in at 1.62 ounces. 1.62. All right. Next, we've got Slow Sea Line. Slow Sea Line. And that character's coming in at 1.38. 1.38 ounces. Okay. Couple characters left, and we are missing one character, guys. We'll update this video when we get a weight on it, but these things are kind of hard to find, and we just haven't run across that final mystery character yet. Okay, so let's see, we're moving on to Captain Fiddles. Captain Fiddles is another kind of one of the bigger characters, coming in at 1.87. 1.87. So this is actually the biggest character, guys. So if you see anything above 1.80, which is Jumbo Josh, it's most likely Captain Fiddles. And moving on now to Sheriff Toadster. Sheriff Toadster. This is one of the mystery figures. It's a hard one to get, but with this hack, man, hopefully you can get it. Sheriff Toadster's coming in at 1.38 ounces. 1.38. So, one thing to notice there, Slow Sea Line is the same weight as Sheriff Toadster. So, if that's the one you're wanting, it might be a little difficult, but if you can come across a blind bag with that weight, you got a good shot of getting the mystery figure. So, and if you can come across 2 or 3 in one box, blind bags that have that weight, then you got really good odds of picking up Sheriff Toadster. So, all right, and moving on to the last guy. This is probably the one you've all been waiting for. This is the rarest guy, Garten of Banban. This is Bitter Giggle. But even though he was the rarest, he's one of the easier ones to get, guys, because if you can find him, his weight is only 0.85 ounces. So he's by far the lightest of all the guys, coming in at under 1 ounce. So really there's no one even close to him. I think the Opila Bird's the next lightest, but it's still over 1 ounce. So if you come out with anything under 1 ounce on the weight, it's gotta be Bitter Giggle. So anyways, we're gonna be making these videos. We're gonna use this blind bag hack on some other different games and different whole, characters. So if you like what we're doing here, and if it's helped you to save some money and frustration and getting you those mystery figures and the characters you're actually looking for, make sure to subscribe and like our channel. All right, thanks guys. Hey YouTube, it's the Blind Bag Hackers coming back to you here with another video. Today we are going to check out Poppy Playtime and help you guys to get the characters that you're looking for, and maybe some mystery figures as well. So, all right, without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and jump right into it here. The first character that we have here is Huggy Wuggy himself, Huggy. So we're gonna go ahead and package him up. And if you haven't seen any of our other videos, guys, this is a hack to get whatever character you want in the blind bag. All you gotta do is take a scale with you to the supermarket. Doesn't have to be any specific scale. Pretty much anyone will work. And we're gonna go ahead and weigh these in ounces. So Huggy is 0.92 ounces, guys, 92 ounces. So if that's the character you're looking for, all you gotta do is, find that weight out of the blind bags, and that's the one you're gonna pick, and you should be able to get Huggy. Moving on now, we're going to Kissy Missy. She's a little bit smaller character. Gonna weigh in at 0.85. 0.85 for Kissy Missy. Now we're moving on to Bunzo Bunny. Bunzo Bunny. Coming in at 0.99. 0.99, guys. It's the weight for Bunzo. Just under 1 ounce. Okay, and now we've got Player. And Player is going to weigh in at 1.45. 1.45, guys. 1.45 for Player. Most of these characters are a little bit, there's quite a bit of weight difference between them. So even if your scale is slightly different than ours and it comes in at 1.1 or 1.7, there's nobody else really that is that close to that weight. So if you're looking for Player, should be easy to find them. All right, moving on to Poppy. Poppy's coming in at 1.76. 1.76, guys, for Poppy. Just a few characters left here. Next, we're gonna go ahead and do Mommy Longlegs. And Mommy Longlegs is coming in at 0.74 ounces, guys. 0.74 ounces. And there's 2 left. We're gonna do the Boogie Bot. Coming in at 1.55 ounces. 1.55. And last but certainly not least, this is Crawling Huggy. This is just a slightly different variation of Huggy. And he's coming in at 1.66 ounces, guys. 1.66 ounces. So that's all the characters we have for you today. if you like what we're doing here, if we save you some money and time and frustration and help you to be able to actually get the characters that you're looking for in these blind bags, make sure to like our channel, guys. Like our video, subscribe to the channel. We'll keep doing them if you guys keep watching. All right, peace. Hey YouTube, it's the Blind Bag Hackers here, coming back to you with an update on a video series we're doing here on Garten of Banban. This is a series to help you, get some mystery figures and try to eliminate getting duplicates. And we're doing this by weighing the figures. I don't know if you've seen our other video for Garten of Banban, you can actually get weights for all the characters. Today we're just doing an update here on the mystery figure we were missing, which was Nab Nab. So the blue spider in the middle there. So we've got him, and we've got an update here. We're gonna go ahead and get to weighing him. We're also gonna go ahead and just do a refresher here and weigh Sheriff Toadster and Bitter Giggle, just so you, if you haven't watched any of our previous videos, you can see what their weights are. So these are the three mystery figures right here. These are the valuable ones. These are the ones you guys want. So okay, without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get started here with Nab Nab. And again, guys, this is just a normal food scale. Put it on ounces. That seems to be the most intricate form of measuring these guys, which we can actually, get measurements that are correct and, small enough size difference, weight difference, to where we can actually determine the difference between these different guys. So, okay, so without further ado, we've got Nab Nab here in its packaging that it's going to come in from the store. So this is the exact weight that you should see in the store, and it comes in at 1.09 ounces. 1.09 ounces for Nab Nab. Now, the one tricky thing about Nab Nab, he's going to be a little bit difficult to get because Nab Nab is the same exact weight as Banban. They are both 1.09 ounces, but if that's a character that you want, you got a 50-50 shot on getting him if you go ahead and purchase, a blind bag with that weight of 1.09 ounces. And we were actually lucky enough to kind of get it on our first attempt here, but yeah, so that should definitely help to narrow it down for you guys. And okay, let's go ahead and move on. Let's do Bitter Giggle next. We have found, okay, he's one of the rarest guys, but we've actually found him the easiest to get, and I'm going to explain why once we get going here. Again, we're going to put him in his packaging, get a weight on him, and he's coming in at 0.88 ounces, guys. He's under an ounce. He's the only guy under an ounce in the whole series, in the whole collection. So if you see any, blind bag of this series, of these collectibles, any of them weigh in at under an ounce, it's Bitter Giggle. And just to throw a little added cool bit of info at you guys, we were able to actually pick up Bitter Giggle. We've picked up a couple of them now. Actually, I think this is our third. And we were able to purchase these at Five Below for $5 a piece, and we just recently sold Bitter Giggle on eBay for $60. They tend to bring $60 to $70, if you find the right buyer. So you can make a little bit of money on getting duplicates of these mystery guys. Okay, so and the last one we're gonna go ahead and weigh here is Sheriff Toadster. We'll get him in the packaging. Okay, and Sheriff Toadster's weighing in at 1.38 ounces. Now, again, this is kind of a tricky guy to get because there is one other character that weighs the exact same. Yes, we have two characters that weigh the same. So, again, you're gonna have a 50-50 shot here of getting the mystery figure, but it's gonna help you, it's gonna at least narrow out all the other characters, and that you're going to be, at least giving yourself a good shot of getting Sheriff Toadster there. Okay, if you like what we're doing here, if we've helped you at all, we've already got some comments that, we've helped some other people get some cool mystery figures and saved some, some frustration of getting duplicates. Just like and subscribe, and we appreciate it. We'll keep on making these videos. Peace. Hey YouTube, it's the Blind Bag Hackers back at you here with another video. We're going to go ahead and do Piggy Series 2 today and just show you, the different weights, the different characters. There's 2 mystery figures here. We were able to get the whole collection. So yeah, we could get started here. And we found these, by the way, at Party City. That's really the only place we could find that's actually stocking this series right now. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and, without anything further ado, get going here. And the first character that we are going to weigh is Piggy. And just as a refresher, as we're kind of getting this going, we're going to go ahead and get Piggy. And it's his original wrapping. That's exactly the packaging that he comes in. And you could use any scale for this, guys, and we just put it in ounces. And yeah, it's going to help you to not get duplicates. It's going to help you to get the characters that you're looking for. So Piggy's coming in at 1.9 ounces. And so this is going to be the same for Piggy and also this Piggy character as well, because they're the exact same character. One's just painted a little differently, so they both come in at the same weight, actually. So yeah, so there's both versions of Piggy coming in at 1.9. And moving on now, we're gonna do Frost Piggy. And Frost Piggy is just a little bit different. Has spikes on the bat, so it's gonna weigh most likely a little bit more. Frost Piggy's coming in at 1.98. So just 8 ounces more, not a ton, but that should help you guys if you're looking for Frost Piggy instead of getting the regular Piggy, just the extra 8 ounces there for the spikes on the bat. And moving on now, we're going to go to Frost Piggy Clear. Frost Piggy Clear. And the clear characters we've noticed weigh a little bit less. I'm not sure if there's something a little different in the mold and how they create them, or if it's just the paint itself, the fact that they're not painted. But they weigh a little bit less. So 1.83 for Frost Piggy Clear. Yeah. All right, moving on now, we're gonna do Robbie. I believe Robbie's one of our bigger characters here, yep. And here comes, let's see what Robbie weighs. Robbie's coming in at 2.15. He's one of the bigger ones, 2.15 ounces, guys. All right, and next we have Ray's. Ray's is coming in at 1.87 ounces, 1.87. So yeah, this series is a little bit more difficult than Garten of Banban. There's just some guys that are really close in weight. And again, the fact that there's some variations of the characters that, are so subtle that some of them do have the same weight or really similar weights. But hopefully this would still, give you a good enough tutorial here to eliminate some frustration and get you those mystery figures and try to avoid the duplicates. So we're moving on now to Skelly. Oh yeah, and we have two different versions of Skelly. White Skelly and then the original Skelly. So they both weigh the same. So we're just gonna weigh one of them here. 1.8 ounces for both these guys, the white one and the original. So yeah, if you find a blind bag with 1.8 ounces, it's gonna be one of these guys. All right, moving on now to Rash. Let's see what Rash weighs. 2.01 ounces for Rash. And there is just a few characters that are actually over 2 ounces, so any of the ones over 2 ounces should be pretty easy to find. Pretty easy to know which characters you're getting. Okay, so next is Willow. And we have 2 different variants of Willow. Willow, the infected version, and the regular version here. Okay, and again, they weigh the same amount. So unfortunately, you don't know which one you're getting, but Willow and Willow Infected are both 1.83 ounces, guys, 1.83 ounces. And also that is the same as Frost Piggy. So like I said, this series is a little bit more difficult than Garten of Banban. We've got a few characters here that weigh the same amount. So 1.83 ounces gives you the, you know, it narrows it down to these 3 characters. Could be any of these 3. So might be a little bit of difficulties getting those, but hopefully, you know, with just a couple of attempts, you'll be able to get the ones you want. So moving on now to Doggy. And Doggy comes in at 1.45 ounces, 1.45. By far the smallest guy. Should be an easy one to get. And now we're gonna move on to Clowny. And I believe Clowny is the biggest guy in the series. He's coming in at a whopping 2.47 ounces. So he is by far the biggest. And last guy wrapping it up here, we've got Coley. Let's see what Coley weighs. 2.15 ounces, guys. All right, so yeah, we just wanted to give you guys this tutorial. Hopefully it helps you out. Again, we found this whole series at Party City, and yeah, we were able to get the whole series, the 2 mystery figures, and yeah, we had a lot of fun. And I know my son's really enjoying all these guys. So, anyways, hopefully to everyone out there watching, this helps. If you like what we're doing here, guys, make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll keep making them. All right, peace. Hey YouTube, it's the Blind Bag Hackers coming back to you here with a really exciting video today here for you guys. We have none other than the Doors full set here that we're gonna go ahead and do some weights on. And again, I don't know if you guys have seen our other videos, but what we do here is we're going to weigh these individual characters, and it's going to enable you to not get duplicates. You're going to be able to pick and choose which characters you want, which characters you need, and yeah, avoid that whole frustration and save some money. So before we do that, I want to talk about where we found these. We found these at Walmart, guys. But the crazy thing is they are not in the toy aisle, and they are not in any kind of blind bag aisle. We found these in the electronics area. So a little bit tricky, but that's where we found them. That's where they're keeping them in stock. So take your scale. Again, if you haven't seen our other videos, any scale works. You just need to be in ounces. And, you know, you can basically take your scale to Walmart and just weigh the different blind bags, find the one that meets the right weight with the weights we're giving you here today, and that's going to be the character that you are going to get. So without further ado, let's go ahead and move. Oh, one last thing we want to talk about here. There's something in this orange chest. It is a figure, and we're going to let you know who it is at the end, but we're going to do a small little giveaway. So all you got to do is subscribe, and you'll be entered in a chance to win a free guy, so a free figure. So, okay, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and start And the first one we're gonna do is Figure himself. Figure. So we're gonna put him back in the original wrapper packaging, so that way the weight is accurate. This is exactly how he's gonna come when you open him up in the store. And we have a weight of 1.38. It's going back and forth. Let's get the scale. Sometimes, this is a good time for me to mention this, you kind of got to make sure that the scale is on flat ground, because if it's a little bit on a crack or something on a table, it can go back and forth. But it looks like we're coming in at 1.34, guys. 1.34 ounces for Figure. And one thing good about this set, some of them are really difficult and they have really similar weights. These guys are all pretty far apart, so it should be easy to, really, get the figures that you're actually looking for. So the next guy is Seek. We're gonna do Seek next. Cool. Seek is coming in at 0.99 ounces, just under 1 ounce. I think he's the smallest guy in the set. 0.99 ounces. So if that's the character you want, that's all you gotta do. Moving on, we're gonna do Jack now. There's Jack. And Jack comes in at 1.80 ounces. 1.80 ounces. So if that's the character you want, that's what you're looking for. Moving on to Glitch. There's Glitch. And he's weighing in at 1.09 ounces. Okay. Moving on, let's do El Goblino next, the Goblin. Get him in the packaging, and he's coming in at 1.27. 1.27. All right. Rolling right through these guys. We're gonna move on to Ambush now. There's Ambush. Get a weight on him, get him in his packaging. He's coming in at 1.34. 1.34 ounces. Okay, moving right along. Rush is next. Rush, all right. Get him in the packaging. And he's coming in at 1.66. 1.66 ounces. He's kind of bouncing back and forth a little bit, but looks like 1.66 is what it's gonna say, so. All right, moving along, we got Holt. There's Holt. And he's coming in at 1.62, so man, he is, it's kind of bouncing back and forth. 1.62 to 1.66, so okay, this is the tricky thing, guys. Yes, Rush and Holt basically weigh the same amount. So that's gonna be one difficulty in getting these two guys, you're gonna have a 50-50 shot pretty much on those two. But everybody else up to this point has a significant different weight, to where it should be pretty easy, so. Okay, let's move on to Screech. Get a weight on him. 1.09 for Screech. 1.09. Okay, and just one guy left to do. The one and only Eyes. Boom, there he is. Get him in the packaging. And he's coming in at 1.59. 1.59. Some of these weights, they're just right on the border, but we're gonna call it 1.59 is what we're gonna call it. Yep. Okay, and so yeah, the closest to him would be Rush and Holt, but that's still, he's just a slightly lighter, so anything in the 1.5s is gonna be the Eyes character. I know he's probably one of the favorites. So, okay, and so finally here, let's show you what character you're gonna get for free if you subscribe and get put in the drawing. Boom. There he is. You got Jack. So, all right. Once again, these were at Walmart. We actually had some difficulty finding them without actually ordering, you know, the blind bags themselves. But if you order them, you just don't know what you're gonna get. So we found them at Walmart in the electronics area, and that's what enabled us to get this whole set. And you know, we were able to do it for a lot cheaper than buying a whole box for $100 or whatever it would cost. You know, we were just able to pick out the characters we wanted, and yeah, hopefully this saves you some time, some money, and frustration. And make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll keep making them. All right, peace. Hey YouTube, it's the Blind Bag Hackers, and we have an exciting video today. We have the Poppy Playtime Smiling Critters set. We have the whole set. We did an unboxing on this a few days ago. Today we are going to do the hack. So we are going to weigh all these guys. If you're familiar with our other videos, basically this is your schematic. This is going to be like a little diagram you can put together to make sure you get the guys that you want just by basically having any scale. We're going to weigh them all in ounces, and yeah, it's going to allow you to get the different guys you want, including the mystery figures. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get going. The first guy we're going to do is Catnap. So we're going to take Catnap, we're going to put it in the original packaging just like it came from the store, guys. Pop it on the scale, turn it on, and again, guys, we're weighing this in ounces. And you can see he is 1.80 on the scale. So I think he's one of the bigger figures. But anyways, so if you are looking for him, that's the weight that you're gonna wanna try to find. All you gotta do is take the scale with you to the store, and yeah, just weigh the blind bags, and if you see 1.8, it's gonna be Catnap. So all right, moving on to the next guy is Dog Day. We'll pop him in the same exact packaging, and let's see what he weighs. He's coming in at 1.59 for Dog Day. So if that's the character you want, you're looking for 1.59. And if you can collect this whole set, guys, it's actually really cool and worth quite a bit of money if you are actually able to get the whole set. So next guy, Bubba Fent. Let's go ahead and get him weighed, see what he comes in at. All right, Bubba Fent comes in at 1.38, let's see, 1.38. He's kind of going back and forth between 1.38 and 1.41. I'm gonna call it 1.38. It's sitting at that for the most part. You know, not all scales are gonna be exactly the same, and this is such an intricate unit of measurement that we're weighing in here, guys, that little subtle differences can actually make a slight difference, even if, you know, like the surface that you actually have the scale on can make a slight difference. So you know, the best thing to do is just write all these weights down, take it you know, to the store, your scale, and the closest, you know, weights that you come up with that match ours are going to be the ones that are going to give you the best shot at getting the guys that you want. But okay, moving on to Bobby Bear Hug. He's the next guy on the list, and he is a pretty close weight to Bubba Fett, so this is going to be a little bit of a tricky one, if I remember right. Let's see what he comes in at. 1.41, just like I said. So, you know, Bubba Fett's coming in at 1.38. And every once in a while you'll get that like 1.41 reading. This guy is 1.41. Every once in a while you'll get a, you know, it'll go up like slightly to 1.45. So this guy is slightly heavier. Anyways, that's the best reading we have on him, 1.41. Moving on to Piggy. Piggy's next. Let's see what she comes in at. Piggy. coming in at a solid 1.69, 1.73, 1.69, 1.69 is what we're gonna call it. It's still kind of bouncing back and forth, but 1.69 seems to be the majority of what it's kind of leaning at. So, okay, that's Piggy. Moving on to Kickin' Chicken. Got a few left here, including the rares. You know, we got the rares here, guys. Crafty Corn, Dull Catnap, and Hoppy Hopscotch. All right, here's Kickin' Chicken. Let's see what Kickin' Chicken comes in at. 1.31. Nice. All right. Moving on to Monster Catnap. All right, just a slight variation of the original Catnap. A different stance. Okay. See what Monster Catnap comes in at. 1.73 ounces. 1.73 ounces, guys. So if that's the one you want, that's the weight you're looking for. Moving on. We still got a few left to do. These are the rares. These are the ones you're looking for. You got Crafty Corn first. All right, let's see what Crafty Corn comes in at. 1.52. 1.52 ounces for Crafty Corn. So, yeah, that should be an easy one to get because there's really not anything even close to that weight in the lineup. So, if you see anything in the 1.51, 1.52, you know, kind of in that area, it's going to be Crafty Corn, guys. Moving on to Dull Catnap. All right, let's get a weight. What do we got? What do we got? We got 1.66 for Dull Catnap. 1.66. All right, and we just got one guy left here, Hoppy Hopscotch. Okay. And it's coming in at 1.23, 1.23, by far the lightest. So this again should be a pretty easy one to get because it's like the closest one is Kickin' Chicken at 1.31, but yeah, so it's a lot lighter of a figure. So that should be an easy one to get. And that one is, I believe, one of the rarest ones, hardest ones to find. So that's it, guys. That's the whole lineup. It should be, you know, pretty easy to just take your scale to the store and be able to pick out which guys you want and try to collect them all. Let us know in the comments how it goes. All right, peace. What's up, YouTube? It's the Blind Bag Hackers. This is the video you're waiting for. I'm telling you, this is Poppy Playtime's Blind Bag Hack. All the characters. We're gonna give you weights today so you can officially go get whichever character you want without getting any duplicates. This is gonna be the solution you guys have all been waiting for. Save you a bunch of money. Without further ado, let's get going. Let's see what's in blind bag number 1. All right. Right off the back, we got Scary Huggy. Okay, let's see what he weighs. Scary Huggy. In the package. And okay, again, if you haven't seen our videos before, guys, we're just using a typical scale. You can get it from anywhere, and we're measuring in ounces. So, if you're looking for Scary Huggy, he's 1.83 ounces. 1.83 ounces in the packaging, guys. So this is how much he's gonna weigh in the store. So you're gonna wanna take a scale just like this to the store, weigh it. If you find one that's 1.83 ounces, that's gonna be Scary Huggy. All right, let's move it on. We got PJ Pugapillar. That's fun to say. PJ Pugapillar. All right, let's check him out. Let's see how much he weighs. 1.83. 1.83. He is pretty dang close to the same weight as Scary Huggy, but he's slightly lighter. So if you find one that's 1.83, that's going to be Scary Huggy. All right, moving on. Or that's going to be PJ Pugapillar, sorry. All right. This is exclusive A, okay? This is a mystery figure. And his name is Monster Catnap. Let's get a weight on him, see what he weighs. He was a little bit hard to find because he is a mystery figure. There is not very many of these guys going around. So, if you are looking for Monster Catnap, he is 1.23 ounces. And so he's gonna be kind of easy to get, guys, because he's a little bit different weight. He's a little lighter than PJ or Scary Huggy. So, and I believe, we'll see once we get a weight on all of them, but I believe he's gonna be one of the easier ones to get because he's gonna be kind of in a weight class all of his own there. All right, let's move on. Who we got next? All right, we got Smiley Kissy. Smiley Kissy. This is one of the bigger figures, I can tell. But, you know, we've got kind of, one thing that's going to be a little tricky about this is we've got a few characters that are all similar in size. You know, we've got Smiley Kissy and we've got 2 Huggies. So, they're all going to weigh pretty close to the same. But if you look here, Smiley Kissy is 1.90. She's a little bit, she weighs a slightly more than Scary Huggy. You can remember Scary Huggy was 1.87, so Smiley Kissy is just going to be a little bit heavier. So that's how you're going to be able to tell the difference and make sure to get the one that you want. All right, Smiley Kissy. All right, up next we got Plush Catnap. Let's check it out. See how much he weighs, guys. Get him in the exact packaging he comes in, and he's weighing in at 0.88. So he's very light. He should be an easy one to get because it doesn't look like there's none of these other guys are even close to the same weights. So 0.88 if you're looking for Plush Catnap, guys. Okay, moving on. We got none other than Smiley Huggy. And the Huggies are going to be a little bit difficult, guys, because, man, I'm telling you, they're all pretty much the same weight, you know. Smiley Huggy's coming in at 1.87, which, of course, that's the exact same weight as, you know, Scary Huggy was. And if you could also see, Smiley Kissy they're all almost the exact same mold, so they're going to be really similar in weights. So, yeah, Smiley Huggy and Scary Huggy are both the same, and then Smiley Kissy is just slightly heavier, if you can remember that. But anyways, at least it's narrowing things down for you guys, you know, so you should be able to, you know, hopefully still narrow it down and get the ones that you're looking for. Moving on, we got Mommy. Let's see what Mommy weighs in at. Mommy is weighing in at 1.66. Yep. So, no one else is weighing that, so that's good. She should be an easy one to get, guys. There's some similar weights that are kind of close, but 1.66 is what you're looking for Mommy. Okay, moving on. We got none other than Bunzo Bunny. He is the other mystery figure in the pack. Exclusive B. Took us a while to get Bunzo, guys. He was difficult to get. He is the mystery figure. We'll get him right there in the packaging. And even though he was hard to find because there's not very many of them out there, he's going to be an easy one for you guys to hack because he only weighs 1.23 ounces. And there's really no one else that weighs anywhere close to him. So he should be an easy one to find, guys. You just got to, you know, go to the different stores, take this scale, and once you find what, you know, 1.23 ounces, that's going to be Bunzo. All right, moving on. We got Miss Delight. Miss Delight. Weighing in at 1.80. So, yeah, she should be pretty easy to get. We got a couple figures that are kind of close in weight, but not that close. She's still a little bit lighter than the Huggies. So yeah, she should be able to get her. And we're narrowing it down. We got just a few more left to do. We've got Player. Player's coming in at 1.80. Okay, so that's gonna be a duplicate. We had another one that weighed 1.80, and I'm trying to remember who it was. I believe it was Smiley Kissy. No. It was PJ. That's right. I was trying to remember. It was PJ Pugapillar. Was also 1.80. So basically you're gonna have a 50-50 shot on which one you get there. But again, we're getting it narrowed down here for you guys. It's gonna be a lot easier. You're gonna have at least, you know, really, really good odds of getting the guys that you're looking for. All right, moving on. We've got Dog Day. And Dog Day's weighing in at 1.13 ounces. So should be an easy one to get. There's no one really around that weight. So that should be an easy one to find. And we got, I believe, just one more character. Who we got? Poppy. We got Poppy. Poppy is one of the heaviest. Poppy's coming in at 2.08. Actually, I believe that is the heaviest. So again, that would be an easy one to find as well, because she's, if you know, the heaviest blind bag you find is going to be Poppy in this series. All right. There it is, guys. That's the official hack. There was all the weights for all the different characters in the complete series. Man, if you guys, please comment, let us know what you think. Let us know how this worked for you, if you had any differences in weights. But, you know, this is going to save you guys a lot of money, man. I really recommend you guys just getting a scale, any scale, and trying out this hack, because it works for us. It's going to work for you too. So if you like this and you like what we're doing here, guys, make sure to like and subscribe. Until next time, peace. What's up, YouTube? It's the Blind Bag Hackers coming to you with another video. Today we are going to do a hack on Rainbow Friends Series 3 minifigures. We are going to weigh them, get the different weights for all the guys, and hopefully it's going to help you guys to not get duplicates and be able to get the figures that you're looking for. So let's go ahead and start out. Let's do blue first. And we've got the original packaging here that the figures come in. So we got blue, we're putting it in the bag, and we're turning our scale on. I don't know if you guys have seen our other videos, but what we do is we measure these guys, we weigh them in ounces. So any scale will do, you know, just like a scale from your kitchen, set it to ounces, and go ahead and get your figure in there in the packaging. And this is like just going to be a hack, man. It's going to show you exactly what the different figures weigh. So blue weighs 1.83 ounces, guys. 1.83 ounces. So if you're looking for blue in this series, that's the weight you're going to look for. All you got to do is take a scale like this to the store with you. You know, you don't have to, you know, be a jerk and open up all the bags like you see some people do and try to find the figure that you want. You know, this is like the legit way to do it, where you're not going to get kicked out of the store. So just bring a scale, weigh the figures, weigh the different bags, and when you got 1.83, you know you got blue. So all right, let's move on to, actually before we move on to the next figure, we wanted to show you just some different variations of blue that we've got here. This is the one that came in the series, but we've also got some different variations that we've collected. Just wanted to show you the different versions. And but the one that came with this series was the one we just weighed in the actual blind bags. So all right, moving on. Let's do green next. All right, cool. Let's get green in the original packaging. Get a weight on him, and he's going to be 1.80. Very similar to blue, but just slightly lighter, guys. So yeah, and also you want to make sure that you get this scale on a flat surface, and that's going to give you the most accurate weight, okay? So 1.80 for green. All right, moving on, let's do, oh, and let's show you just some different variations of green that we've collected. The one that comes in the series is this guy here in the blind bags, but we were able to also find these guys, these alternate versions, which are pretty fun and pretty cool. And yeah, so that's all 3 versions. All right, moving on, we're gonna do orange. Okay, and orange is quite a bit lighter. He's coming in at 1.48. 1.48 on the scale. So that'd be an easy one to find because he's gonna be, you know, a lot different. He's gonna be significantly lighter than the other, you know, than green and blue. So, and let's go ahead and show you guys the different variations we've found of orange. There's that one. And the one that comes in this blind bag series, in series 2, he's holding the little blue, book. So cool, there's the 3 different versions. And let's go ahead and move on. We got yellow to do next, guys. Yellow coming in at 1.23 ounces. Yellow is the lightest by far, so far. We've still got cyan to do, but okay. So yep, yellow, if you're looking for yellow, guys, 1.23 ounces. That's the weight on that one. And we have a couple other versions of yellow we can show you. Again, this is the one that comes in the Series 3 blind bags, but we also were able to, you know, find a couple little slightly altered versions of yellow, which is kind of fun. And we still have cyan to do. Let's check him out, see, let's get a weight on him. Get him in that packaging. And he's coming in at 1.76. 1.76 for cyan, if that's the one you're looking for. So this, guys, this hack should help you to complete and get the whole set without spending and wasting a bunch of money getting duplicates. So again, these are the figures you're looking for. These are the 3 mystery figures. Oh, we haven't done red yet. We gotta do red still. My bad. Oh, and we got, yeah, these are the mystery figures. We haven't done any of the mystery figures. So, okay, we're gonna do red. Let's get a weight on him. 1.69 on red. 1.69. Cool. And we got a couple other variations of red we can show you here just for fun. And again, this is the one that comes in the Series 3 hack, or the Series 3 blind bags. And here's some altered versions we were able to come up with. Pretty cool. Okay, and yeah, he was one of the mystery figures. So, we got 2 other mystery figures to do. We've got this version of cyan and this version of yellow. Those were the mystery figures of the series. So let's go ahead and get weights on them. 2.36 for mystery figure cyan. 2.36 for mystery figure cyan. All right. And our last figure to do, the mystery figure of yellow. Mystery figure yellow's coming in at 1.41 ounces, guys. 1.41 ounces. All right, and that's all of them. That is the complete hack for this Rainbow Friends Series 3 blind bag set. So, man, you can get them all, guys. There's all the weights for all of them. This is what you're looking for at the store. We found them at Walmart. You can collect them all. Super fun. Leave comments. Let us know how it worked for you. Until next time, guys. Peace.